Hi everyone, it's Ash here. Hope you're doing okay. So recently you'll have noticed that I put some videos online for the final few hours of ITV Digital, or what was ONdigital. Someone asked me, do I still have the box? In fact, I have the box and boxes. So here's a quick overview about my set-top boxes, and we're going to start off here with this one, which is the Pace DTR 730. This is where it all started for me. I got this box back in November 1999, and at the time I think it was kind of like the most stylish box. So here you have your display, which would show you channel number, manual buttons there if you've lost the remote control. The smart card was hidden behind a flap. Still got the smart card here. There we go. So yeah, just used to plug in like that. Very nice. And then it came with quite an interesting remote control there. So again, you can see there, it had pretty much all of the features on it except for a subtitle button. So we had, back in the day, obviously, remember there were lots of channels were still 4x free, so you had a widescreen switching button there, menu button, obviously the number buttons speak for themselves, channel up, down, and then all the other bits down at the bottom there. And then if we have a look around at the back of the box, all metal case. So here we go. So you can see here again, this is pretty standard for its time there. So we have the power, the figure 8 there, power cable serial, which was actually used. I'm going to get onto that in a second. Telephone socket there, audio output, the TV SCART, which was RGB and composite, and then the composite video output there. The aerial outputs, the aerial inputs, and the conditional access module. Now this is where it gets interesting. So there used to be a feature called ONmail, and with ONmail you could use a special adapter, and this special adapter would go into the serial ports there, like so. This end would have a power connector which you can plug into the mains, and then spin it round. We had this little device here which lived on the top of the box, so you pop it on like that, or you could put it anywhere you wanted to really. And then with this special keyboard remote control here, so all ONmail remotes looked the same regardless of what box you had. So actually for us Pace owners it was good because it did have a subtitle button just there. So if you wanted to type, you just simply open it up like so, and there was the keyboard. Now, not really the best typing experience, but nevertheless, for the late 90s, it was still quite cool to have email on your television. So yeah, that worked. This I say it worked on all the boxes. It worked on the Pace, Philips, and Nokia boxes. So the other digibox that I had was a Pioneer DBR210, a bit more modern design there. And in fact, you can see there, it's got the ITV Digital logo, and that's because when I bought it, had ITV Digital was around. Interestingly, the Pace had soft buttons on the front, but this one it's actually got quite a hard clicker there for the power on and off. Again, buttons there. That's where the channel number would be displayed, and then a open smart card slot there. And if we just spin it round to the back, so again it has all the same connections as the Pace there. So for your figure 8 power plug there, telephone, serial, audio outputs, TV, VCR, SCARTs, common interface, which was never used by the way for ONdigital. And then the aerial input and aerial output. And this box also has what I think is perhaps the ugliest of all remote controls, which is this thing here. I mean, this is truly out of the 1980s, although to its credit, it does have some buttons there to control the television with, which is good. The ONdigital versions of this box had, I think they had the ONdigital logo there as well. But as you can see, this ITV Digital one is unbranded. The other thing with this box as well is that even though it has an ITV Digital transfer there, all of the on-screen menus, etc., are still all ONdigital branded. This was a set-top box that people loved to hate, the Nokia Mediamaster 9850T, famed for the fact that it was quite late to get an update for digital text, and also the fact it had very slow menus on it. Quite a simple front to it. This box is basically the same as the Nokia Mediamaster 9800S, which is their satellite receiver. All the controls on the front are behind this flap. So again, here, look, smart cards. Got quite a few of those. So conditional access there. Again, buttons. The reset button's handy because these boxes do crash so often. Again, the channel number display was here. We spin the box around. There was one advantage of the Nokia box, however. So one advantage of it is the fact that, if you can see that there, we have a digital audio output there. Again, the normal phono outputs there, SCARTs, serial there, telephone connection, aerial input and output. Although for me, these hardwired plugs are always a bit of a negative there. One thing I will say about the Nokia, actually, I don't want to be too negative about the Nokia. I think the Nokia did have quite an ergonomic remote control there, so it's quite, it's rounded, it's quite easy to hold, and also for left and right-handed people, it is quite easy to use there. So yeah, that was the Nokia. Definitely form over function, I would say. By the way, here's a quick bonus, not directly on digital, but clearly Nokia had lots of these units to shift when ITV Digital went under, because the Nokia Free-To-View is basically the same box as the 9850T, but it's just in a silver case. The remote control, this one I've got here, is a bit beaten up because I bought it off of eBay. Actually has a 9850T transfer, not a sticker, it's an actual transfer over the top. But because this one's old, you can actually see the ONdigital logo underneath. But otherwise, this is the same basic box. This set-top box was a bit of a unicorn back in the day. I believe only several hundred were manufactured. The Sony VTX-D500U. This box is kind of in keeping with other Sony gadgets back in the day there. So again, you've got a hard press power control there, menu controls here. The display is here for the channel number, and then smart card slot there. Now this box does have a fibre optic digital audio output, which is quite good. So it's quite hard to tell when it's all black, but we have the figure 8 power there. That's the digital fibre optic there. Telephone, serial, your SCARTs. Common interface there, that's just behind a cover, which, there you go, that just pulls off easy enough. Phono audio out. And then you've got your TV out and TV in there. And finally, if I just show you the remote control. So here, again, this remote control is of its era for Sony remote controls. I'm going to get the camera to focus there. No, are we going to focus? Yes, there we go. So, all Sony controls of their era kind of look like this, TVs, videos, etc. Perfectly pleasant, a bit on the fixed side, but hey, it does the job. One thing with this box, though, is this box never supported digital text. Didn't support ONmail or pay-per-view ordering, so it was literally just viewing paid channels or free channels, even if you didn't subscribe. But nevertheless, still a pretty decent and typical ONdigital box. So anyway, that's a quick trip down memory lane, looking at these lovely ONdigital boxes. Obviously, there are some others worth a mention. There was the Philips one. There are free versions of that, the one that launched the ONdigital service. There's also a Toshiba one. And there's some variations of these ones. There was the Pace DTR 735 that didn't have the smart card flap on it. I know there are a couple of these Pioneer variants as well. But anyway, brief overview about some ONdigital boxes I've got. Unfortunately, they don't work anymore because of the digital switchover and the change to 8K broadcasting. Whereas the ONdigital boxes were all 2K. In fact, there was no 8K standard when ONdigital started. But anyway, some more box videos coming up soon. I've got a load of old satellite boxes, in fact, going all the way from BSB to Sky Digital, Sky Q even. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Was this video stupid? Or did anyone find it interesting? Let me know. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.